Libby from Kindred Books, and I'm here to do my review of Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Scarlet is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles, a series of books that takes popular fairy tales and puts them together in this new world where they all have to fight the evil queen, Queen Levana. Queen Levana is lunar, which means she lives on the moon, has this ability to affect how people see her and what they think about her. So basically they have this ability to control people's thoughts and sometimes their movements. So in Scarlet, we meet Scarlet Benoit. She is a farm girl who is fiercely loyal to her grandmother who has gone missing. She's desperate to find her, but the police won't listen to her, and she ends up teaming up with this guy, Wolf, who she is convinced has something to do with her grandmother's disappearance, but also has a complicated backstory of his own. The two, go together to try and rescue her grandmother from Paris, and have all sorts of crazy things happen to them, as does in a book. This book also continues Cinder's story from the first one. I found myself liking Cinder a lot more in this book than I had in the previous book. She's a lot less passive in this one, and she's taking a lot more initiative to try and escape and to find out what happened to her in the past. She escapes from prison with the help of a new companion, Captain Thorne, and on a stolen spaceship from the US, they go and try to find Michelle Benoit, Scarlet's grandmother, to find out what happened to Cinder way back before she can remember. The paths meet of the two characters in a really awesome and fulfilling way. We also find out a little plot twist about Scarlet that's equally rewarding, though not quite as major as the plot twist in the first book. It's still pretty interesting and fun to find out. I really enjoyed the characters in this one. I enjoyed, getting to know Scarlet and Wolf. I loved their banter. I loved their companionship. I found it a lot more believable than Kai and Cinder's. My complaint with Cinder was that, she's a really passive character, and the thing with Kai is I didn't feel like I knew him well enough, and Kai's story continues in this one. We find out a little bit more about him. We have a few chapters from his perspective, but I still can't find myself really connecting to his character. All I see is, your stereotypical prince who doesn't want to be like other princes, who wants to see people for more than they are. They want to live up to their father's expectations. And it just kind of seems very flat to me right now. I don't see a whole lot of character development, growth, or even kind of weird moments of doubt for this character. Like, they're there, but they feel kind of like the token moments. I just can't find myself connecting to Emperor Kai now, And I think it will be interesting to see how his character develops over the next couple books. Overall, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. Some of the problems I had with it was Prince Kai, for one. Emperor Kai, I still just don't feel like I know his character well enough to really connect or feel anything for him, which isn't a huge problem, but enough of one that it kind of dropped down the rating a little bit. Also, the setting. I've noticed with the Lunar Chronicles, there's not a whole lot of setting descriptors. Like, there's not a lot of really detailed settings or anything like she'll explain what's around, but she won't go into in-depth detail. We also don't know much about this whole new world that we have. There's not a whole lot of backstory. There's things pieced in here or there, but I just don't feel like I know enough. That's another one of my small complaints. And then some of the characters' conversations just felt kind of stilted, like they wouldn't have happened in the real world, like between Scarlet and Wolf. There's just some moments that feel kind of forced, fake, like they wouldn't happen in the real world. Then again, we wouldn't have, these crazy situations in the real world, but it just kind of didn't feel organic to me. And so, all in all, it was a really good book. According to, my personal rating system, I would probably buy it in paperback. I probably will at some point. It's a good series. It's a fun retelling. It's different. I love this one so much more than the second one. The plot was faster. The characters were more interesting. And I really enjoyed it more than the first one, which felt a little bit slow, and I wasn't connecting to the characters as much as I'd wished I was. And I'm really excited to continue on with the series and get back to you with another review.